Welcome back to my channel, guys. In today's video, I'll be sharing my experience as well as give you some tips and tricks on how can you secure a nice job after you first land in Canada, or secure a field job after you finish your studies and receive a work permit that would eventually lead to a PR in Canada. Basically, this video applies to everyone who wants to simply find a job for themselves. Either they're new to Canada or someone who is already living here for a couple years, but not able to find a job that they could settle in. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I initially came to Canada as a student in 2013, finished my studies by the end of 2014, received my full-time work permit in between that time, and then I just sat idle, waiting for an opportunity to walk to my door. But as you all know, guys, such thing never happens, right? And the same thing goes for me. I wasted around a full year of my work permit working on jobs, like factory jobs, warehouse jobs, and as such, that were never going to help me out secure a PR in Canada. I know I was 19 at that time. I didn't have much experience about the world, how to get a good job, how to present myself for a good job and all that. But here I am now, sharing with you all my experiences on how I transitioned from a student to a full-time worker to a PR who is currently working in a big reputed company with more than 6 years of experience. In these 6 years, I've changed a couple of jobs in search of growth and more income opportunities. And in this video, I'm going to share with you all how I was able to do that, as well as some tips and tricks that could help you land your dream job in Canada. The first one is your resume. You literally can do anything if you don't have a resume ready in your hands to begin with. This A4 size document is just like the ABC of a tactical job hunt that always begins with a resume. It is basically a detailed letter written by you to your potential employer with all the skills, education, training, and work experiences that you possess, and most importantly, the achievements that you have made with your past employer. This is literally considered a first impression in the eyes of a prospective employer, and you always try to nail it and hope that it turns out in your favor. But instead, what you do is a job post shows up on the internet, you look at it, you open up the link, go through the description, and post your resume that is already saved in your mobile phone or desktop. I believe that's what a lot of us do, right? But that's wrong, and wrong in a couple ways. The first reason why you don't receive a lot of interview calls is because you need to start working on polishing up your resume. Polishing your resume generally means making it look more professional and noticeable. And this is something that a lot of us can't do all by ourselves, and we definitely need to seek out a professional's help. And to do that, we can simply go on Google and search professional resume services. Here you will see hundreds of excellent writing experts that help you make your resume look more professional, superior, and eye-catching. Trust me, guys, no matter how hard you try yourself or try to copy other people's resume, you will not be able to make it look competent or proficient. Because copying sentences from someone else's resume always ends up getting messier and out of focus. So I would definitely recommend you guys have your resume sent to one of these guys, let them clean it up and make it look more competent. And it's not even that expensive. Their basic one-time package starts from $69, which I think is very reasonable. And take this expense as a way of investing in yourself and your career. It gives you an opportunity to land interviews that could prove to be highly rewarding, emotionally and financially. For those who don't have a resume to begin with, don't worry, you can have these freelancers build up a resume for yourself in no time. Just make sure you're providing them all your education qualifications as well as previous work experiences if you have any. And yes, double check that you're including all your work experience in your resume that you have had in your lifetime. If the experience is not relevant to the job you're applying to, just pick some quality lines out of it that you think you can include in your resume. The second thing that you don't pay attention to while submitting a resume online, and something that you can do to raise up your chances, is making sure you're going through the whole description of the job and updating your resume accordingly. Yes, we all don't really find it necessary to constantly change our resumes as per the job posting, but it does make a lot of difference. The thing is, a lot of companies today keep an automatic scanner with them called the ATS, which is an applicant tracking system. This system works as a filter for all the resumes that the company receives and automatically rejects the ones that are either not properly formatted or lacks certain keywords that are integral and essential. It is said that 75% of all the resumes received by an employer are rejected because of this one simple reason. So to make sure your resume passes the ATS testing, just double check that you have included all the right keywords that have been used by the employer in their job posting, customize your resume as per the job, using important keywords repeatedly or at least more than once. And also don't forget to keep updating the date on your resume before you post. So applying these two techniques in your resume puts you in a much better position and obviously higher chances of receiving an interview call. Okay, the second thing that you can do is cold calling. I'm pretty sure you're already following the conventional method of uploading and submitting your resumes online. It's fine, you can continue doing it, but on top of that, you would also have to take a little bit of a different approach if you really want to succeed in this race. For that, you can start cold calling companies that you like to work with. Either you can do it online by sending regular follow-up emails, or simply pick up the phone and give a call to your prospective employers. I know it's hard to do, but remember, landing a good job always requires a little unique and different approach. But before calling them, make sure you have already sent them your resume ahead of time. This shows that you're really interested in that job and putting in extra efforts towards securing it. When you're connected, ask them if you'd like to talk to the HR or the human resource. Getting a chance to talk to an HR person directly is more likely to help you receive an interview call and ultimately hiring. Mostly such calls are always picked up by receptionists at the front desk, so try to recognize if they seem too busy to talk. If that's the case, ask them for a better time on when you can call them back. This way, you'll be able to turn your cold calling into an appointment. And don't lose hope if the call doesn't go through or didn't end well. Remember, you will have to keep trying and also maybe improve your communicating methods until you're finally able to set up an interview with one of your prospective employers. It does take some time, but eventually it turns out worthwhile and rewarding. Okay, thirdly and lastly, something that can help you in your job search is signing up with an employment agency. Such agencies are simply sort of employment firms that are hired by several different companies to help with its staffing needs. You see, unlike company recruiters or HRs, the recruiters at employment agencies have access to jobs at multiple companies covering a wide spectrum of industries and positions. Signing up with one of them simply means that you're only required to complete one application, you're only required to submit your resume one time, and you're only required to have one interview with the employment specialist, and in turn get notified as well as considered for many job positions. So rather than searching for a lot of jobs online and applying for each one of them individually, and on top of that following up on each and every application, you sign up one time with any employment agency of your choice and they do all the work for you. Eventually, you're automatically signed up for more interviews just because somebody else was already working for you. But think about that. Wouldn't it be double rewarding if you yourself were working on your job search along with people at the employment agency? That's exactly what I did. I visited around 3 to 4 of these agencies back when I was looking for my first field job right after graduation. So I signed up with them, included myself in their records, and waited for their call. Hand in hand, I never stopped working myself on my job search, and fortunately, I received the call one day from one of my agencies that I've been selected for an interview call, and that also without any previous work experience. And I was hired. You see, it would have been very, very hard and close to impossible if I would have ever thought about being employed by such company solely based on my own job searching. And that was the same company that helped me in my PR application. So you need to understand that signing up yourself with an agency definitely increases your chances of being hired in a company of your choice tenfold. For some, it takes a bit of a time, and for some, it just happens instantly. I myself had to wait for around 2 months sitting at home before I landed my first field job in Canada. So doing this will turn out to be very beneficial, especially if you're a fresher and recently graduated from your college or university. So that's all for this video, guys. Hope you all liked it. If you did, please don't forget to hit subscribe, like, share, and comment. This will give me lots of motivation to continue making such informative videos for you all in future. Till then, stay safe. See you next time. Bye-bye.